She is going to let her walls down.
Ah,
Knock them down. We're gonna knock them down bit by bit.
it's another one.
We got another one.
Another
Hi,
one.
you guys.
How are you?
Welcome back
Yes.
to another episode of Soulful Exchanges. I'm gonna need more energy. She's being a little modest today.
I should have a glass of wine before I came on.
Hello. Also, I want to shout out this glass that was given to me by one of my besties for Christmas. It says Mama.
Aren't you proud?
Very, very cute. Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining, tuning in, taking some time out to spend with us.
Yes.
To hear what we have to say.
We're very grateful.
We're very, very grateful.
Yes. We have a new we don't have a new layout. We have a new, I guess, like angle or something.
Yeah, new angle.
It should be looking a little better.
Yeah.
You know, it's trial and error. We're new here.
Exactly.
We're new here. Yeah. But anyways, on today's episode, I don't know what we're talking about because
we're just gonna wing it. But I do have some things that came to mind. Today when I was working out, this morning when I was working out, and even last night, I was thinking about phases in terms of where we are in our lives.
Oh, we're jumping into it.
Well, let's jump into it.
Okay.
I think it's a lot to talk about.
Okay.
And I don't want it to be too heavy, but I think it's something worth talking about. Okay. So I wanted to ask you, because I know where I'm at, and I welcome your input. I also welcome you asking me questions, because I think I'm a different phase in my life, and it's worth talking about.
A different phase from what?
From where I was before.
Oh.
You know, you know how people say they get an epiphany? I think, I got mine a while back, and I've been working through it. Because when you get an epiphany, it doesn't mean that you just get up and jump right into what you should be doing. There has to be steps.
It's kind of just like a wake up.
Exactly. So
an
that's
awakening.
It is. I swear, it's truly an awakening. So I said it's something that I would love for us to talk about. Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
So I wanted to know, what phase are you in your life right now? Why are you there, and what steps are you taking to address it? You know.
Okay, I like this.
You like it?
Okay, so what phase I'm in, and also I want you to input as well, because we're close, so you know if I'm what happened? Oh, if I'm missing anything, if I'm saying anything that you think is you
sure.
Call me out, like you know, I want your input as well. So I would say for me, I feel like my phase is I don't want to call it not selfish. I feel like I've come to
I want to say selfish. Sorry to interrupt. I think it's more intentional.
Intentional. That was good. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I feel like it's definitely intentional in every way. Like, yeah, literally every aspect of my life. Dating, friendship, even family, like with everything. Every type of area of my life, I'm very, very intentional. Boundaries. I've come to terms that I do have boundaries that I need to set, and I don't have a problem with setting them anymore. You know, I feel like I was never really a people pleaser. I was always like, I feel like I was always like one to be in my own like world or whatever. But I've always
have you done that in a selfish way, or just you protecting you?
Yeah, I've always been protective of myself. Okay, I've always been protective of myself, but because I've always been protective of myself. When I do let someone in, it's hard for me to let them go.
Right.
So I have had stages where I've held on to people maybe longer than I should have. You know.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people do that, but
I am guilty. I'm guilty.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm in this stage right now where, like, I don't care how long, you've been in my life, kind of thing. And it's kind of harsh to say, but I don't care how long you've been here, but, like, you outgrow people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even out. Sometimes it's just realizing that, oh, this person is not really
progressive.
Yeah.
And I think it's so, I don't know if it's not a bad thing, because I think in life you have to go through phases, and you also go through stages, and you cannot be on the same wavelength all the time. And a lot of times when you're ready to move on, that person or the other people may not be ready to do the same.
Yeah.
And also they may not be receptive of you moving on to different phases of your life. They may see it as something negative.
Right.
Yeah.
Or because it's uncomfortable. Like, they can't fathom what you're doing. It's uncomfortable for them. So they kind of,
it's a pushback.
Yeah, there's pushback to it, where it's like, if you're not ready to go where I'm going, that's fine, but you could support me.
Yes.
Be a supporting person in my life wherever I'm going. Especially if I'm going up, like, not even in status or anything, but if I'm elevating myself in any way, if I'm doing something for the better, if it's uncomfortable for you, that's fine, but you could support me.
I agree 1,000%. 1,000%.
So yeah, intentional is the word. That was a good one. Yeah. I think also when you do a lot of, like, actual internal work and get to knowing, like, yourself and knowing, like, your self-worth, I don't want to sound lame, but, like, actually knowing your self-worth, that's when you really become intentional.
Absolutely.
Because then you're really like, if this is not serving me, I don't want to have people around me, or I don't want to be in places just because, like, I can, like, I want
you don't want to be just a space.
Like, no, you have to be, if you're gonna be here, you have to be here for a reason. Like,
there should be a purpose.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Where do you think your phase is right now? Or, what I was gonna ask you before you asked me my question, what do you think caused you to have your epiphany, your awakening, or however you want to put it? What do you think led you? Like, what do you think happened? Or if you can know, because sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you just wake up and it's like stuff just come to you.
You know what it is?
But if you can think of anything that led up to it, or...
I think it's me finally saying that I am good enough, honestly, to God. And this happened to me like 3 years ago. It is so crazy. I will never, ever forget. I was working, and when we started working from home during COVID, and I kid you not, because this is something I've always been praying on for a while. Sometimes when you pray, you don't see it happening. You're like, oh God, my prayers are not being answered.
Yeah, it's discouraging.
Yes, it can be. And I'll never forget, I was sitting at my desk, and I kid you not, it was like something just hit me. Whereas, like, okay, it's time. And it was so overwhelming that I text my friend. And I just text her because I have a friend, I don't want to put her name out there yet, who's a pastor. And I text her, I'm like, can you pray? Can you just pray over me? I was like, can you just pray over me? And I kid you not, she just texts back. She's like, do you have a minute now? And without even asking what it was, and she just get on the phone and she just started praying, because it was so overwhelming, because I was not happy with my job. And this is what people don't understand. Making money, being financially stable, and because that job pays well, doesn't mean necessarily you're happy with it.
Of course not.
I was miserable. I was praying. I'm like, God, there has to be more doors that can be open. I don't want to be here. I really and truly don't want to be here. because it's not gratifying. It's not serving me any purpose. It was so negative. It was so heavy on me. And on top of that, I was starting to come into myself where I'm like, I am worthy. I there's so much more than just what you see. And I need to start loving myself more. And I kid you not, it's like God said, I hear you. You've been coming to me for this long. Well, here it is. And I kid you not, when I got that, he didn't say just jump into it. It's like there's steps. It's like he gave me layers. And after my friend finished praying with me, she just started telling me what she saw. And I'm like, without even seeing anything, she was spot on. When I tell you spot on, she was absolutely spot on. And I knew from then on, I'm like, God, I asked for it, so I need to start putting in the work. And it's so crazy. Once that happened, like a month after that, I was laid off. And when I got laid off, and I remember telling you, and I told Simone, and she was like, you've been saying that you're not happy and you wanted to leave for so long. Yeah. And I was so shocked because I've never been out of work before.
Yeah, remember?
Never in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, be careful what you wish for.
You were shook.
I was shook.
You were scared.
Yeah, because I've never been out of work before. I have bills. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happened. And I remember Junior was saying to me, like, take some time off because you've always worked.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying.
Everybody was like, take some time off.
To sit down.
And I wake up one morning, went to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I walk out of the bathroom and my phone was ringing. And I was like, health first? What's that? And I picked up the phone, and it was Health First calling me that they saw my resume. I didn't even apply. I kid you not. I did not even apply. And they're like, we saw your resume, and I think you're a good fit for a position that we have available. Would you be interested for an interview? And I was like, isn't this God? Isn't this God? And when I tell you, it was one of the best decisions for me, leaving the old and stepping into something new. Because when I tell you, it's been so good. Yeah. So good. And I'm so grateful. So grateful. So yeah, stuff happened. And I think that's where everything started for me. And I'm like, I can't look back. Right. There's no way I can look back. I have to just keep moving forward.
And I feel like that's when you also kind of started to let go a little control.
Yes.
Let go a little control, because that was the first time that you were without a job.
First time.
And
very first time.
I wasn't even worried for you. I was just like, well, good. Like, honestly, you need to rest a little, you know.
Yeah.
But like, it was kind of like you took your resting period. You prayed on everything.
Oh.
And God provided an answer.
Oh, you sure did.
Sure you know? Did. And I feel like maybe since then you've been a little more lax.
I have been. I'm telling you, when you do internal work, the manifestation is something else that you also have to be ready for. Because if you're not ready for it, if you're not ready for it, you fall right back.
Yeah.
You can fall right back.
That's almost like what Pastor was saying last week in church, like, pray without work. What is it called? Like, I forgot what it's called, but you know, along with prayer, there's work.
There
you have to work as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the internal work though, it's not easy.
It is not easy.
It is not easy. I went into isolation. I completely removed myself from every and anyone that, all my loved ones, my comfort zone. I completely removed myself from everyone.
I think Georgia was your best decision.
It was
really
1000%.
So. You grew so much from that.
it was 1000% my best decision. And it was also, you know, at a time where I was kind of in the same position of like, I was just like not happy. You know, I was desperate for just like
something new.
Yeah, like I just was not feeling myself at that time. And, you know, it was like God was like, this is what you need to do. Mine was kind of like instant.
Yeah.
God was like, you need to go here now.
Right.
Like this is what you're gonna do. And I remember, like he was saying, you have to be prepared. I remember at first I was like, okay, I guess I'll do this because it's coming to me like I have to. But then I was like, but how? How am I gonna move? Like, how is this gonna be possible? Just financially, it just wasn't looking possible at the time, right? But he made a way.
He made a way.
Because things just started lining up. Like, things just literally started lining up. And I was just like, okay, I don't know how this is happening, but okay, we're gonna move. And that move, that was the work that I needed to do internally. Because I was solely by myself, completely by myself.
In a new place, new environment.
In a whole new environment. Doing everything on my own that I hadn't really done before. I feel like I've always been independent, right? I've always been independent. I moved away from home straight out of high school. And well, I moved away from home straight out of high school, but
when you say move away, make note that it's college.
Yeah, it's college and apartment. Right. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, but my move away from home has been college dorms and then getting apartments with my friends. So I've never really lived on my own or had to like really do anything on my own. Even though I was technically like on my own. Right. So up until my move, that was the first time I had ever really had to be on my own, and it was great, but it was hard. It was very, 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 very hard. Yeah. And a lot of people aren't ready to do that type of work.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
A lot of people are not ready for that type of work. Holding a mirror to yourself, taking accountability for certain things, like, yeah, it gets heavy.
It can.
It gets real heavy.
So, with that being said, does it matter to you what people's opinion? Does it affect how you live your life? Do you apply any of it?
Not really. I feel like, let's see. I don't want to say not. Well, I'll say that's hard. I feel like people's opinion in terms of like what it depends on in terms of what.
Right.
Because I can give you a good example. Like I always say, if it wasn't for me living with Abby and Alex, shout out to my girls, Abby and Alex, because they're so different from me. They're just softer, way more soft. They're just I feel like I was like the rock in the house, you know. I was more of like a shell. They brought me out of my shell. They taught me, like when we had conflict, because we lived together for so long. When we had conflict, I had a way of solving problems, you know. I had a way of solving problems, or so I thought. But living with them and the way that they were taught to communicate was so different from me that it completely like opened me up to a whole different style of communication that now I apply in my life, which is like I can actually talk things out. You know, I don't have to just like
shut down.
Yeah, shut down. Like they've taught me stuff like that, and that's like, I think it's if it's constructive criticism, I take it.
Right, absolutely.
But like someone's opinion of me, just like, I don't know, just an opinion, not really.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I would say on that. I like constructive criticism because I like when people tell me like you could do this better.
Right.
Or you could like I don't get offensive to things like that. I like that.
Okay.
But yeah. Why? What do you think?
No, it does. It matters what their opinion is, because some people, their opinions can be very negative, and those you have to brush off your shoulder and keep moving.
Some people can't do that though.
And you have to filter it out too,
Yeah.
because sometimes they may be saying something where you think it's positive, and you sit and look at it, and like there's negative annotation in there somewhere. So yeah, you have to go through it and see what it means.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily, you can take it, doesn't mean you have to apply it to your life.
Yeah. Right. Or you don't have to like believe it. Because some people I never really understood that fully. Like why people allow people's opinions to get to them so
And
much.
some people live for that. Some people really do live for that. I don't understand either.
That's a very daunting way to live because you can't please
everyone.
You can't please everyone, and why would you want to? Especially people that don't really matter in your life. I don't really get why. You know? But have you been someone to let opinions get to you?
No, I've never been. I'm so strong-willed, but at the same time, I think my own setbacks are of my own. From your own? Oh, yeah.
So your opinions of yourself?
Opinions of myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are, I think they were my own setback. It's not because somebody said you can't do it. Because if they tell me I can't do it, I find a way to make sure I do it. So they're like, I got it done. So those setbacks were of my own, not because someone said. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't live by people's opinion at all.
That's a pretty sad way to live, honestly. Or, you know what's interesting? Have you ever met someone or known someone that kind of alters their self depending on who they're around? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kind of like they shadow the people that
chameleon. Yeah.
They shadow who is around them.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
So to me, that's someone who doesn't know who they are.
Yes.
You know, you have to know who you are. Because if you don't, you're gonna adapt everything
to every single thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's scary.
It is very scary.
That's pretty scary.
And then you will, and the thing about it, that those people will never be happy because you're not living your true self. You're absolutely not living your true self because you're living for someone else.
Yeah. So
you don't know who you are.
Yeah. You're living basically so people could like you, or that people could find you relatable.
Oh no, that would never.
I feel
this
like
Jamaican girl would never.
I feel like I'm so okay with being like by myself because of you. Like that's how you are.
Oh, 100%.
That's literally how you are, and that's how I am to a T.
And I think it's okay.
I think it's okay, but there's sometimes I'm like, it would be nice to have a group of friends.
Yeah.
To do certain things with.
I agree.
But then I don't really trust a lot of people. It's hard for me to trust. It's hard for me to trust. It's hard for me to open up. So like, yeah, I snap out of that quickly.
It's tough. It's tough to allow people in your circle because, you know, a lot of times they bring their representative, and that's tough. So
yeah, what do you think about people that have like large groups of friends?
God bless them. But you know what it is? I think when they're a large group of friends, there are conflicts within. Because I think so many different personalities, which is good, clashes at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there are conflicts. You cannot tell me. And it's okay if they're able to work through it. You know what I mean? But when I see people friends for even for years, and they're going in a group trip and it's 10, 12 of them. Like, how did that happen?
How did that? Well, I feel like that makes sense if like you grew up in a certain type of environment. You know, if you grew up in a certain type of neighborhood, like for instance, I have a friend that she is still friends with her friend group. Her close friend group is about like, I want to say like 15 people.
What?
And it's because they all grew up together here in Jersey. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's like everyone grew up elementary, middle school, high school,
Wow.
then it's like, it's easy in that sense to stay in touch and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But that's not, I feel like that's not the case for a lot of people.
So what happened to you? You went to middle school, high school.
Yeah, but I wasn't really into Jersey. Like, I never really got into Jersey. You know?
Shameful.
For people,
Shameful.
just a backstory, right? We did move to Jersey from the Bronx, and I feel like if I would have stayed in the Bronx, the girls that I was close with in the Bronx, we would have still been friends. I do.
Okay.
And I lost touch of those people because we moved sporadically.
It wasn't sporadic.
It was very sporadic.
For you was.
We
well,
moved.
what? When you moved, you were at 9?
Okay.
Yeah, you were 9.
So what does that mean?
You didn't even have cell phone back then. How
I
would you guys have
wrote
stayed
it
in?
out.
How you guys would
Like,
have
come
stayed in
visit
touch?
me. I'm gonna be here. Come visit me. Call me on my house phone. We could have stayed in touch. We had what do we have back then? BBM.
What's BBM?
We had a BlackBerry.
Oh.
Yes, we had BlackBerry. There was ways to stay in touch. We had emails. There was ways to stay in touch, and me and those girls was tight.
Sorry if I curtailed that.
And yeah, and then I moved to Jersey, and I feel like because I was angry for a good chunk when we first moved to Jersey. I was angry for a few years.
But do you understand now why we moved?
Well, yeah, now I'm yes. Now I am grateful that we did, because where we did move to Jersey, it was like a complete difference.
You were
from the Bronx. Yes, of course. I was like, where are the people? Why is it so quiet outside? Where's the people? Where's the music? Where's the culture? You know?
Oh my gosh.
But no, of course I know now. Of course. Yeah, it could have been done differently, but I understand why, of course. I do, however, speaking of friendships, I do think, and I saw this somewhere, I do think it's a little bit of a red flag when someone doesn't have a friend that they've known, like not one person in your life that's not family, that you are close with, that you've been close with for like over 5 years or something. Like, you can't keep a friend for long.
Oh.
That's a little strange to me, especially as an adult.
Yeah.
Because then you might be the common denominator. You know?
Yeah.
Like, as much as a loner as I am, all my friends I've been friends with for 10 plus years.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
It's just a small amount of them. But we've been locked in for years.
That's true.
You know, I just don't let new people in, but
are you open to letting new people in though?
Oh, 1000%. Now that I'm grown, now that I've, come into my own, I would love friends.
Me too.
I would love friends. But then when it gets down to it, it's scary.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, because
I would
so
love
culturally yeah. I'm so culturally inclined. Like, I like the poetries, I like jazz music. Mm-hmm. I would love to have friends that I could do those things with. Yeah, I miss that. I miss having that. Mm-hmm. I also going on vacations and stuff like that. Yeah. instead of always tugging my family along, which is okay.
That's
Once a year.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because, as you know, I'm planning my birthday trip for the summer. I texted two of my friends and my brother and my cousin. So
You're young, you still have time. Make yourself available.
But now I'm a new mom, so
it's tough. They don't have Facebook groups for new moms and stuff like that.
I'm sure they do.
Or Instagram.
That gives like stalker vibes. I don't know.
You can start by asking questions. I'm a new mom. What do you do for this? You never know.
But now also like everyone parents differently, so I don't really like. I wanna meet someone because like we click. Because if it's like on a new mom basis, then we're just gonna always be talking about the kids.
That's true.
And it's like when I'm with my friends, I need a break. Kai is good. What's life looking like for you? Like what's new on your end?
Yeah.
Because I'm just a mom right now. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. How do you think you're gonna, like, what would be your ideal situation to meet, like, a new friend?
Girl.
Like, where?
I have no clue.
Let's give a little, but like if you could, like your perfect scenario to meet someone, like where, doing what,
Honestly, I wouldn't mind like going to a poetry reading, I swear, or book club.
Okay.
And meeting somebody.
But book clubs are so popular.
But they're in Brooklyn. The ones that I've seen that I did look into, they were in Brooklyn. I don't know.
Were you looking for ones in Jersey?
I really didn't see any.
Did you look for ones in Jersey?
I think I did. I think I did, but I think they're mostly in, I don't know, Brooklyn like that. Brooklyn is big. Brooklyn's scary.
Is big, but that's the place that Brooklyn, I feel like the Brooklyn now, today, very different from Brooklyn, but the Brooklyn now, you could 1000% meet like 5 new friends at a book club. Wait, so scenario, you're in the book club. So like, set the scene. Like, how are you meeting this friend?
I have no clue because I am not good about talking to anybody, so I don't even know. They probably ask, do you like, what book are you currently reading? I'm like, such and such and such. And did you like, yes. Do you recommend? Yes. And then, it's so crazy. They probably at the end of the book club, the reading and everything like that, having a glass of wine. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah. That's why I want to know.
I don't know how to socialize.
That's what bingo.
I've never done it. I don't know how to socialize. It's so, that's so sad.
That's what it is.
I don't know how to socialize. I've never really done it.
Yeah. That should be a challenge. You should challenge yourself.
No, I'm too old to be doing it now.
You're too old to meet people and have friends?
I'm not saying I'm too old to meet people and have friends, but such work.
Oh my, y'all hear this? She just said she would love.
I would
friends,
love to,
but now it's such work.
And people are so rude.
Friendships are work, though.
I know.
Friendships are work. They shouldn't be hard work because your friendships should be like your escape.
And I've had a few that I let slip away, and it's me not making time, or friends move away. Because Natalie, I'm telling you, if she hadn't moved to Florida, our bond would have been amazing. Because even now, we may not talk for a month or two, and when we do, we'll just pick up where we left off. She was one of those.
So, okay. I know the answer.
What? So
the friends that you do have now, how did you guys meet?
At work. All of my friends that I have, I met at work.
So you were able to socialize. Do you think your socializing has dimmed down throughout the years?
So here's how we met. Because we were working either in the same department or taking the train.
To become friends, even at work, that means like you guys were talking
for
more than just work, about more than just work.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. And I did hang out with a few, but I think just life just gets in the way. You know, life gets in the way. You have people living here, people living there, people doing their own thing.
Yeah.
You know,
people go in different stages. Different phases.
I probably weren't their flow. They're like, she's cramping my style. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, hence my reason for cooking. That's my friend.
Oh, jeez Louise.
But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Because I'm open. Now that I'm into traveling, I'm hoping that I meet friends somewhere. I'm in the plane.
Yeah. But the problem that we've established is not meeting people. It's like interacting. Yeah. Like if someone asks you a question, you can just be like, yeah, sure. Right. Yeah. You know, you have to ask.
Add on to it. Life is so hard.
It's really not that hard. I feel like.
Oh, what about you? How do you mean it's not that hard?
It's not. I chose not to be close to a lot of people. That's my choice. Think about it. I've been living in the city for how many years? I could have made a lot of friends or kept in contact with a lot of people, but I'm not that type of person. Like I have a lot of acquaintances. I know a lot of people, but people that I consider friends, like people that I can actually confide in and trust, and you know. But that's a choice. Like I could mix and mingle. Like that doesn't really scare me at all. Right. Mixing and mingling. It's just like going beyond events and going, you know, the extra mile to like hang out one-on-one and stuff like that. Yeah, you have to really like grab me for that to happen.
And I also think at this stage in my life, meeting friends, it has to be, and I keep going back to intentional, because I have to have friends that are doing something or going somewhere or have certain things. Not that I need it from them, but they should have it.
So you guys could relate.
Exactly.
You could do certain things.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah, the wavelength has to be there.
The mindset has to be there.
1,000%.
The mindset, oh my gosh, it's so different now. For me personally, I've changed so much from like my early 20s to now that it's like if you don't, like you said, if there's just certain things that you're not really into, or if there's certain things that you are into, that's
conversations doesn't always have to be deep, but we should have meaningful conversations.
Yeah,
you know, I'm so tired of that surface conversation. It doesn't do me any justice.
Yeah,
I don't need it. I don't want the gossip every day. And it's okay to do it here and there. But every time we see each other, it shouldn't be gossip.
Yeah.
It should be meaningful conversation. What's going on in your life?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are the good things?
What
happened this week?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
right.
how was your week?
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want that, oh, did you see this? No. I'm past that stage. I'm over it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. So if I'm gonna meet someone and I can't get that, then I'm okay.
Then that's not really doing anything for you.
At this stage or this phase in my life, I don't have time for that. Yeah. Because I'm not one of those I'm not in the club scene. I've never been in the club scene. I'm not, you know, I don't go out just to go out. So if you're coming into my life, there has to be a reason. There has to be a purpose. Yeah. You know, So yeah,
I agree with that. I think for me, a big thing is, I guess, like around my age, I feel like everyone is having a family, having a kid, getting married or something, or trying to find, their person. But um one thing is, someone that is just like all they could bring to the conversation is about a guy. That is like my pet peeve.
right.
If that's like the only thing you could bring to me as a friend, is like you're only talking about men, your man issues, your dating issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what about you? How are you
How are
doing?
you doing?
Your
Yeah.
family's good. How's work? How's whatever you got going on? Why does your life revolve
Yeah,
around?
let me celebrate something good that you're
Yeah.
doing. Something is good that's happening to you. I
Mm-hmm.
want to celebrate it. I want to celebrate you. I really
Yeah.
do.
Or not even that. Like, we could talk. There's other things going on in life. There's other things going on in the world, in this country. Like, we could talk about so many things besides just the
Yeah,
man
just a
all the
man.
time.
Yeah.
Every time we link up, it's about
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same old thing.
Yeah.
That type of stuff is like, especially me being like, I'm a whole mom. Like, I'm leaving my child to come hang out with you, and this is what we're talking about again. Oh, okay.
And you know what too? It doesn't always have to be heavy. You can hang out and
Yeah.
just fun. Just
Laugh.
laugh.
Oh
That's
my
what I
god.
miss. I want to have
That's
those
why.
belly laugh that I used to have back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's talk. Let's take away the heaviness. Let have a glass of wine, chill, and just laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh about crappy stuff that we did that's so funny.
Just silly
Look back
things.
and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take the guy away for a minute. They're always going to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I miss that. I really miss just having those conversations with it, just sit there and you laugh and you with tears rolling down because it's
good
so
time.
good times.
Yeah. I have that with all my friends. I was gonna say that's why me and my friends are still, because we laugh. Like, you have to laugh. Life is so heavy.
Life is so heavy.
Especially right now. Life is so.
This climate, you definitely need to have that downtime.
Yeah.
Need that downtime.
Everyone
I miss
everyone
that.
needs an escape for sure.
I really miss that.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
It is, but let's keep hope alive.
But then I have you, so.
Yes.
Because we do laugh though.
We laugh.
Oh
all
my
the time.
god. We do laugh.
Yeah.
Because Kaylee's so funny. She'll let us laugh.
Yeah. We laugh. We do. We do.
So yeah. But you want that with your friends too. You want to have friends that you can do that with.
That's what your friends should be for.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. That was good.
This was good.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't too heavy for you guys. That was
I
not
don't
the
think it was
intention.
heavy at all.
Yeah.
I
Let us
think
know what
it's
you
just-
think.
It is what it is.
It is
like,
what it is.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, well, we can't really predict what's coming, right?
In terms of
Life, like, we don't know. We can only control what we can control.
Absolutely.
Right? Based on what you can control, or just how you've been feeling, what you've been praying about, yeah, where you're hoping to go. What would you say you think the phase that you're going into next is called, or is going to be, or what you would like it to be?
I think when you're stepping into something new, there are trials with it. No, there are. You're never going to step into something new and it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going through my trial phase because when I say trial, because I want to test to make sure it's really where I belong.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a good feeling that is where I belong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still my testing phase.
Okay.
And just to see, and I'm really, really hoping that's my niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for something new. You know, I swear it's in my bone. I'm ready for something new. I think because I've been so confined for so long.
Girl, let your hair down.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. I feel like by the end of, not even by the end, because we don't know when the end is going to be. Hopefully, no time soon. But the more we get into sitting in these couches, I shouldn't say sitting here, but sitting in these couches, season by season. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. I'm welcoming it. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Oh, the phase I'm going into.
Yeah.
I want to say, I feel like I've been through the trials. Okay. This whole stepping into, so I'm gonna step into 30 soon. I feel like this year is gonna be the start of like my opening season.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I feel like my 20s, especially, I want to say like the last 4 or 5 years have been very ghetto.
Very ghetto?
Very ghetto.
What do you define as ghetto?
Very,
because I've never seen that side.
Not.
What do you mean?
Ghetto as in like it's been rough. Like it has been very rough these past few. It's been. Let me say, just like you, everything is trial. Everything is trial and error. Like, but I feel like every year for the past few years, I've had a high, and then I've just had like a very, very, very dark low. And I just feel like I've just been through a lot, specifically these past 4 or 5 years. And I just think that my mind is right. I'm getting back into having my body right now that I'm feeling stable. Up here, I'm feeling stable again. I feel like motherhood, I'm in the groove. I'm in the groove now. I got it. I could take it on. So, yeah, mentally, I'm feeling good.
Mentally, I think you're great.
Mentally, I'm feeling good. Yes. Physically, I'm getting there. I'm about to get there. We're starting. Yes. So, I'll get there. And so I just feel like this next year and what's to come is going to be good. Like you said, I'm going to have trials, but I feel like I'm not going to have the same problems that I've been having. Right. Right. I've learned some very hard lessons.
I really think this year is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I think this year is going to really end on a high note. Mm-hmm. I think because you know what? I think because we've gone through the preparation.
Yes.
I think that we've gone through the preparation. We've kind of tested the water. And we're still testing it. But I think the end result, I think it's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. I really think so.
We've shown that we're not scared of change. We welcome change. It's uncomfortable. I personally am not, through what I've been through. When did I move? 2021.
2021, yeah.
We're in 2025. Yep, the past 4 or 5 years. That's 4 or 5 years. I feel like I've shown that I'm okay with being uncomfortable because something beautiful always comes out of it.
Yeah.
I like to push myself. Uncomfortable, that doesn't scare me.
Right.
So.
You can't be afraid of change. Especially when it's positive. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing.
It's necessary.
It's absolutely
change is necessary, but some people fight it so much that they just don't see what's on the other side of the change. Like, change is very necessary for everything.
And I think for me, I can say that for myself for a long time. Mm-hmm. I was so afraid of change. But then again, it's not so much I was afraid of change. I was afraid of what the outcome may be. So I didn't even take a chance to look. I always wanted it. Mm-hmm. Always wanted it. Because I'm the type of person that I've always wanted to grow. Mm-hmm. So I've always done the schooling. I've tried to progress myself. Mm-hmm. But not confident enough to just step out in faith and say, okay, let me see what's gonna happen.
Right.
So for me, just sitting here and knowing that this is here, and I know what it is, not afraid to look beyond because I don't know. I'm certain of the unknown. I held myself back, and as I got older, and I said that 3 years ago when that happened to me, let me tell you, God was like, "I'm not telling you again. This is my last warning." That has changed so much, so much.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm truly excited.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Oh, God.
I'm looking forward to everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
And I want to take you guys on this journey with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all in for a ride. We're in for a ride. So y'all in for a ride. I feel good. Yeah. I feel good about
what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Absolutely, to be continued.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Last thoughts? Anything?
I think this was good. It was in my head. I'm like, let's talk about it. Yeah, so this was good. What do you think?
I like that. I kind of like not knowing what we were going to be talking about. Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, I like it.
I think it needed to be said. You know, and you know what? My intent for this podcast is if we can leave something with someone that may have an impact, I think we're on the right path.
1,000%.
You know, I'm hoping that each time we come on air and if somebody listen to us, they take away something from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And with that, I just want to say, like, it's not that we think we've got it all figured out or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
But we have both individually and together, we've been through some stuff.
Yes.
And we're sitting here today, sanity intact, okay?
Oh, yes.
I speak for myself. I'm not inside of your mind, body, soul, whatever. So I can't speak for you in this aspect, but I am very peaceful. I live a very peaceful life. As hectic as everything is outside of me, I live a very, very peaceful, like true peace, internal peace. And it took me a lot to get here. So I feel like we have some good things, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we're able to talk about certain things so confidently because we've been through things.
We've been through a lot.
We've been through things and we're on the other side.
We're on the other side.
And we're just looking to just keep going.
We have to.
You know.
We have to. Because then we're doing an injustice to ourselves if we don't.
Yeah.
That will never happen. That will never happen.
And it's just life. Like life be lifing. Like life happens.
Life be lifing. Woo. Yes, life be lifing for sure.
Some things you can't avoid, but what you do have control of, take control of it.
Take control. Just know who you let in your circle. You know, because not everyone in your circle belongs there.
Yeah. And if someone doesn't belong, don't be afraid to tell that person to kick rocks. Like, you don't say it like that, but like, no matter how long that person have been there, no matter what their relationship is, you know, if you know internally that person is not serving you in your life, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
You are who you hang around. You have to be careful who you let in your space. You know.
Because not only that, I think when you let certain people in your space, the energy that comes in, you know, can be very stagnant and negative, and you don't want. And
you don't even. Sometimes you won't even realize it until you really sit back and take a report of like why you've been feeling a certain way, why you can't do this, why you can't do that. Yeah, so
just be mindful.
That's just all. That's just all.
That is just all. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure enjoyed talking about it. It's something that needed to be said. Let us know how we're doing. You know, your likes, your dislikes. We're open for constructive
criticism.
Yeah.
Criticism.
Yeah.
Don't be rude. But yeah, let us know. Let us know any topics as well. We're gonna always say this. We're open to any topics that, you know, is suggested, or, you know, anything you guys wanna possibly hear from a mother and daughter, besties, whatever you wanna call us.
Yeah.
So yeah, just hit up the comments.
Yes, and remember to always say to someone else, take a look at this mom and daughter's podcast. It's a little different. Yeah, we welcome new viewers.
Of course.
100%.
Yes.
So please, please, please share it. Let everyone know about us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and make sure you comment. But yeah, subscribe.
Definitely subscribe.
Subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Okay.
There's a lot to come.
This is only the beginning. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
We'll see you guys next time.